We are here on a special edition of JBS as we preview the 2023 season. We get started on our previews. We got two of the best pitchers, not only in South Jersey, in New Jersey, in the Mid-Atlantic region, on Earth, together, same team, final year together.
Final year. Yeah.
Justin Sweeney headed to Rutgers. We got Cameron Flukey headed to Coastal Carolina. We got the ultimate 1-2 punch for high school this year, and thanks for stopping by, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Excited.
It's an honor to be on here. It's an honor.
It's an honor to have you guys.
Yeah.
So this all started when you were what, 8U is what the rumor is that you guys started playing together?
Yeah, I think it was we played on the same T-ball team, I think.
Yeah, EHT Eagles. We started out there, and ever since we've always played together. It's never ended.
Now, was Cam like 6'2" in T-ball? Was he one of those guys, or?
Nah, I was actually a little wimp. I'm not gonna lie. Until about freshman year, I was a little wimp.
Yeah, so me and Cam were actually the same height for most of our lives, and then when COVID hit, me and him hadn't talked for a while, and then we go back to school. And I see Cam in gym, and he's 5 inches taller than me. It was unreal.
But you got height in your family, right? I mean, your brother Jordan is what, 6'5"?
6'5". Yeah, he's about 6'5". I'm 6'2".
So you're the short one at only 6'2".
Yeah, I'm the short one.
So what's it gonna be like this year? I mean, again, you guys have played together for a long time. You know, you've kind of built up for this year. You're both obviously great offers, as I say, great, not offers, but signed to go to great programs next season. But to go at it together one more year, the program you grew up in, what's it gonna be like?
Cam, you want to take this one first?
Yeah. I think honestly, it's just gonna be super nostalgic. Like, we're gonna make the most of every single memory we can. I think the playoff run we're gonna make this year is really gonna be it's gonna be unreal. Like, we're gonna be competing to the best of our abilities because not only me and Justin, but a bunch of the kids we're playing with this year, we've played since T-ball. So I think this is gonna be like a super exciting year. But yeah, nostalgic is a great word for it.
I think a lot of us have high expectations, and we're all counting on one another to do really good. And I think that adds to it all. It's best when you play for each other, and I think that's one thing that we all have. And I'm really excited. One last run with everyone.
Give me the other seniors. Let's shout out those guys who are the guys who've been with you for the longest.
I'll give you Braden Teese, Zach McGoughlin, flock leader. Who else? Who else we got, Swing?
Well, we got Joel Thompson, who transferred to our school. We've played with him since we were about 11 or 12 years old. Yeah. Brian Baranowitz, our catcher. He's going to be the rock behind the plate.
Joey Velarde. Yeah, I think
Peyton Smith.
P. Smitty. Yep.
Yeah. It was going to be Christian Rando, but then he decided to back out to pursue his football career. So stinks, but definitely deserves a shout out.
Quarterbacks get all the attention, right? It's too much glamour.
Yeah. He's also playing in the South Jersey Group 4 basketball final tomorrow night versus Lenape.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a man of many talents.
So he was a 3-sport athlete then.
Yeah, that's what we call him. We call him a 3-sport athlete. So
Group 4, then, I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, for South Jersey Group 4, for people who aren't from it, who don't experience it, explain what it's like trying to play all these big schools to go through the Group 4 tournament. I mean, it's just like insane every game.
Yeah, so when you go into the Group 4 playoffs, in my eyes or in every other team's eyes, there's really no seeding. Every single team's going to be a tough game. I mean, I saw it my brother's senior year. They were the 16th seed, and they ended up upsetting the 1 seed, which was Shawnee, in a great game. So I mean, every single team is tough. Every single team is known to be good every year. So I mean, it's just it's really hard, and it's honestly, I look at it as a good advantage, and I'm sure Cam does too, because it gets us ready to play at the next level.
Yeah, I think a lot with the pitching too. I mean, you go into the playoffs, and I don't think you're going to face an under average arm. I think everything's going to be an above average arm, especially in the playoffs for Group 4. No, especially talking all season. I mean, we're probably going to face a Division I arm 80% of our season. I mean, South Jersey baseball is insane with that. And I think hitting's slacking a little bit this year in the South Jersey area compared to last year. But I mean, yeah, Group 4 playoffs is crazy with all the insane teams. I mean, like there's not we don't have an off game. You know, like sometimes in the lower groups you get like first seed is basically first seed plays 16 seed and it's basically a bye. It's anyone's game in every game.
So you guys push each other obviously a lot, right? I mean, how do you guys, because you know, two of the best pitchers in the state, you know, on the same staff, best of friends, playing with each other every day. How do you guys push each other to get better?
I think some things, like obviously Justin's better at some things than me. I'm better at some things than him, and I think we push each other with our weaknesses. So like sometimes I'll push Justin if I know he's weak somewhere, and then he'll push me if he knows I'm weak somewhere. But then we also praise each other with the stuff we're good at. And I think we just have like a connection there where we're always pushing each other no matter what. We don't really go down on each other, but at the same time, we kind of give each other a reality check sometimes. So I think like the way we push each other and compete with each other is really, really good.
Because you guys aren't weak in anything, right? That's a lie.
Yeah, no weak spots, no weak spots. But I think a good way to put it is, I think of it like this: like when we're in the playoffs, and me and Cam are getting the starts, and my mindset on the mound is I want to do the best I can this game to get him the ball next game, and then his mindset is I'm going to do the best I can this game to get him the ball. I think that's a great way to think, and I think it's awesome to have a teammate who you can think like that with. I think it's going to bring us a lot of success this year, and I'm really excited to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you guys both great pitchers, but certainly not the same arsenal of stuff. Justin, what's the one thing that Cam could do that you wish you could be better at?
What's one thing that he can do that I would? Okay, throw a 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Yeah, I mean, I watched Cam throw his fastballs in the bullpen, and it's just it's different. It's unreal. I saw him at pro day. I see him every Friday, and I'm just like, wow, that is special. So
and Cam's sitting here right now saying 96.7, not 96. Cam, now that we kind of gas you up a little bit there, what's the one thing that Justin can do real well on the mound that you can't?
I think he's mastered his breaking balls. Truly, every time I watch him throw, I always say after him that the slider, slurve, whatever you want to call it, I mean, it's unreal. Like it breaks an insane amount. The control he has over it. It's something I've worked on for like 2 years now, and I still am not even close to the control he has or the break he has on it. So I think, yeah, that's the one thing.
The turbo sinker is insane.
Yeah.
Get Justin thrown against guys with wood bats, and it's just going to be like I don't know, making firewood. You break your bat's a game. Your college choices, right? Cam, a longer process for you, if I remember, of the two of you. Justin, I think you committed really early.
Really early.
But let's talk Cam first, because it more deliberate process. What was your process, and what made Coastal stand out at the end?
Obviously I got to the recruiting game a little late. I didn't really start even pitching in front of colleges until my sophomore summer, after my sophomore high school season, which when I started playing at BPC. I wanted to take it slow. I didn't want to commit too fast. I wanted to like go over my options, make sure each school was right for me, visit the school. So after Jupiter, I got a call from Coastal, and I've heard about Coastal before, obviously. But I've always kind of wanted to go there. I went down, I saw their facility, and I stepped on the field, and I was just like, damn. And then I went upstairs, and I talked to the coaches, and I really liked the coaches, the way they presented the program to me. And they got the new pitching coach, Beverly, who's a really good guy, knows a lot about pro baseball, knows a lot, really everything about baseball and every level. So the way they presented me an offer, and the next day I called, took it, and yeah, now we're here.
So that was beginning of early in junior year, right? I mean, what would you say to, guys in ninth, 10th grade freaking out that they haven't gotten notice yet?
I think you have more time than you think. Baseball is definitely super early. I mean, Justin committed freshman year before the high school season even started, I think, right? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you definitely have more time than you think. If you think you need to be out there, especially showcases, I don't think showcases are as important as throwing in actual games. I think the scouts want to see you throw in actual games. So I think if you need to take a season off and prepare yourself and get better, physically, pitch wise, and then go into the next season and be throwing harder and more dominant. Two batters, I think that's a lot. That's really important, and I don't think you really need to be throwing that freshman year to get recruited. I think you can throw that anytime.
Justin, you knew where you were going before you pitched in high school. Well, certainly a lot before, because the first year, freshman year, was COVID year.
Yeah. So
But other than just copying off of Jordan, why Rutgers? Obviously, great program, coaches. Coach Monahan, Coach Owens, obviously running the show. What was it about Rutgers that made you want to stay in state?
So I got the offer when it was COVID and the season had just gotten canceled. I committed in May, so it was a little bit after the season got canceled. And obviously, I really like the school because of my brother. I heard a lot about it because of my brother. He told me a lot about the coaches. I was fortunate enough to meet the coaches pretty early. And I talked to my parents, I talked to my brother, and I realized at a pretty young age that I wanted to compete and represent New Jersey in the coolest way possible, playing at Rutgers, playing baseball. And I want to go there and I want to win. And I just want to win games and I want to win for Jersey. And that was just something that I realized I wanted to do at a very young age. I think my brother helped me realize that pretty early. And I'm very excited. I'm grateful that I'm getting to play there.
So I got to ask, because your brother graduated in 2019, so you would have never really gotten to play with him.
No.
There is a chance now, obviously, with the COVID year, giving everybody an extra year of eligibility, that you and Jordan can be on the same roster possibly for the first time, probably ever, next year.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that your parents would probably be the happiest people on earth if that were to happen, have you even thought about the chance? I mean, I know it's a little bit in the distance, but have you even thought of the chance that might happen?
I've thought about it since my freshman year, honestly. Like, it's something that I've always wanted to do. I mean, I look up to my brother so much. I train with him. He's actually my hitting coach. Like, I'll hit in the backyard with him. Like, he helps me hit. I mean, playing with him, having our family at the game, like, who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, if he has a great season and he gets drafted, that's awesome for him. I mean, that's all I want for him,
Yeah, I was gonna say, if that's the reason, why not? I guess that's okay too.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. But if we have the chance to play together, I'm going to make the most of that 1 year together. That is going to be so much fun. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Cam, you obviously hate New Jersey. That's why you're going far away, right?
Yeah, I don't love the place, but I was born here. Can't do anything about it.
Who's the better hitter? Which one of you guys?
Sweeney, 100%.
We're me and Cam are getting in the lab for this year. We're in the cage. We're in the cage every day. We're getting ready.
I know you guys are BPC guys, and I want to talk about that in a second, but do we sneak over to the hitting side every once in a while and get our swings in while we're there, or is it like off limits?
We don't. We go back to Justin's backyard. He has a cage in his backyard. But last year I did that. But yeah, Ed doesn't really. He refused to train us. So
And says no, get out.
yeah, basically.
Does do we consider Jordan as your hitting coach too, Cam, or is he still
Nah,
Justin?
I kind of just figure it out on my own.
And that,
Cam's going yard this year.
It's my goal.
what are you going to miss most about playing at Egg Harbor?
I'd say the atmosphere, just like practices. I mean, everything. I love everything about that program. Sophomore year, when I went back into the program, I mean, I love the game, but I think I was on the verge of not playing anymore almost. And I think when I joined, when I made varsity sophomore year, got some innings in, it really like revived my love for the sport. And honestly, every year I just look forward to high school season. I think the environment, the atmosphere, the kids we play with, everything about it it makes baseball for me.
For me, me personally, I'm gonna miss playing for Coach Carm. You gotta love Coach Carm. He's a dedicated coach. He spends so much of his time just making sure that we as players are ready to go every day. And you love playing for someone who wants you to succeed as much as you want to succeed. And I think that's something that all of us at EHT are very lucky to have as a coach and Coach Carm. And also just like Cam said, just playing with your friends. Like you're going to class during the day and then you're playing in a great game versus, prep mainland 2 hours later. It makes the whole high school experience, and it's definitely a lot different than college, but I'm gonna miss it for sure. It's been a great 3 years because of COVID, but yeah, we're gonna go out and we're gonna make the most of it this year for sure.
Want to talk about BPC for a little bit, Baseball Performance Center, and really want to kind of push this one on Cam. Because Justin, you had your offer early, and obviously the development continued. But Cam, you said that you didn't even get to varsity until there was a period of time where you weren't sure if you were going to keep playing. What's it meant to you? What's Mike and the crew meant to you? And the other question that I would ask is, first time I saw you throw over the winter, my first thought was, damn, Cam gained about 20 pounds worth of muscle. And it isn't, it went from skinny to like, all right, I'm ready to throw 100 almost. What did they do? What did you do to get to this point?
So yeah, I mean, Baseball Performance Center, they've helped me with basically everything. I went there after sophomore year, and Frankie Wright like kept bugging me to go. The Chico, who now lives out in LA, who works for MVP, was bugging me to go. So I went there, threw a bullpen there. I joined their team. And right as my first time joining their team, sorry, low power mode, my phone. First time joining their team, I got a few calls from colleges. They really exposed me to the whole college world. And then, so I went into my junior season. So with them, summer I played with them. They got me into area code. They got me into PG National. And I talked with them and the Kinzel who works there, and we decided to just shut down the fall because I didn't see a point in me going out in the fall and throwing the same speed as I did in the summer and not really improving. So I shut down for the fall. I would lift 4 days a week. I had an eating plan. I had mobility plans. So after about 2 months of doing that, I went from like 180 to 200. And as soon as I started throwing, I could feel like the difference. And yeah, I just got overall stronger. I could finally sit into my back leg. And I mean, yeah, Baseball Performance Center has really like made me into who I am today.
Justin, you play first when Cam's pitching, right? When you're not pitching.
Yes, I do.
When Cam's on the mound, you ever find yourself just like get caught just watching him throw fastballs by guys?
Yeah, yes. That has happened to me a lot, a lot. So,
Yeah.
another thing I don't like about when Cam pitches is the pickoff,
Why not?
because he's gonna throw it over at
Because it's
95
coming
miles
over
per
at
hour.
97, I
Yeah.
guess, right? Yeah. Cam, ease up on the pickoffs, or just don't let guys on base. One or the other.
Yeah, I will too.
Now, Cam, where you hit as well? So where are you in the field?
I play first.
All right. So obviously you're at first when Justin's pitching, and you know the 7 foot long arms. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You get caught up in watching Justin. I mean, what do you do when he's throwing?
I mean, he just gets in a groove, and like I'll watch him strike out everywhere. And it's kind of just like I almost get like bored because I'm just like, all right, like this batter's just gonna strike. I really don't get any balls at first base, especially when he's pitching. But I mean, yeah, once he gets in a groove, I kind of just stand there. I don't even do my step anymore. I just watch him throw.
Tell me something about Cam that we don't really know, Justin.
He's really good at Call of Duty.
Dude.
Cam is a potential professional Call of Duty player.
I was going to say you got to define really good, but it sounds like that's what you're talking about there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
So this
really
baseball thing doesn't work out, Cam, or when you're done at Coastal, that's where we're headed.
Yeah, for sure.
Professional gaming leagues.
Esports, yeah.
Excellent. Cam,
Oh,
what is Justin? What do we not know about Justin that we should?
I got a couple that are inappropriate for the
No, that's okay.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a couple that are
I'm sure you both do. I'm sure that would be a lot
Yeah.
easier to come up with.
I mean, this isn't really like too big, but Justin, he grew up going to a private school. We kind of drifted once he went to a private school. We didn't play on the same team after the Hammerheads 14U split, and I think we kind of drifted. He was going to a private school, so we didn't see each other a lot. So
when you say growing up, what years we talking about, Justin?
I went to St. Joe's in Summers Point, kindergarten through 8th grade.
Kindergarten through 8th. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And then me and him reunited at EHT. So.
Yep. And then COVID happened, and then Cam was like 1.5 feet taller.
Yep. True. I've never like when I tell you I've never seen anything like it. It was unreal. I didn't even know it was him. It was crazy.
We'll finish with this one here. I mean, Justin, would it surprise you in 3? Well, could be 3 months, but 4 months. But down the road to hear Cam's name be called in the draft and make it his way through the pros.
I wouldn't be surprised if I heard it this upcoming, whenever it is, June.
Yeah, July. But
why? I wouldn't be surprised if I heard it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it doesn't shock me.
To see him work as hard as he did to get to this point too, makes it even better, I'm sure.
100%. It's awesome to be able to have someone to support and go through it all with you. So it's definitely cool seeing all the obstacles he's overcome, and it's really cool to see the progression he's made.
Cam, I don't know that Justin's getting drafted this summer.
Yeah.
But to see him quickly step in at Rutgers and just show his stuff, that I got to imagine that's expected with someone like that now.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I tell him all the time I think he's going to go into Rutgers, and I think he's going to be a weekend starter freshman year. I know there's like no doubt in my mind. I think he's going to be throwing a little harder by then, and he's going to have a lot more command over his stuff and be able to I think he's just going to carve through the hitters at Rutgers, and I think he's going to have a really successful college career. And then junior year,
I was gonna say 3 years from now, we got to be expecting to hear his name called, right?
Yeah. For sure. First round.
Absolutely. And knowing the way things work, it'll probably be the same team, right? You guys will end up on, and
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna make our debut on the same game, actually.
yeah.
it
Wait,
would only be right, guys. I appreciate it.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
You know, you have a very valued opinion, and I was wondering, who do you think is going to win South Jersey Group 4 this year?
Oh my
Be
God,
honest.